Yeah. Here we go.
All right, everybody, the moment has arrived where I have Diana G, aka my mom, here on Shine Online. Welcome, Diana, to the show.
Thank you. Welcome. Hello, son, Christopher Selomon.
Exactly. Yes. So thank you for coming on Shine Online. I wanted to start with a really easy question to kind of smooth you into it. And I'm sure the audience is curious. What is your favorite memory with me?
Oh boy. There's a lot of them. You were crazy. Probably if I look back like when you were a kid, when you were young, it would be the times when you were always being like your adventurous self. And you'd be like, Mom, 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 come look, Mom, Mom. You're always calling me. You always wanted me to watch. You would scare the living daylights out of me because you would do like these crazy ramp jumps and all kinds of stuff. But it was it was fun because you wanted me to watch you. So I loved that. But
Yeah.
you would scare me because you were pretty you were like I would have swore you were going to be like a stunt person in a movie or something.
There's always that time, always a possibility that happens. But yeah, it's good to have you on. We actually started Bring Me to Life as an adventure, and so it's kind of funny that it's grown into what it is now, and you get to participate in it. We're helping you create a podcast now, Heartfelt Conversations with Mama G. Is that the title, official title?
Yep, that's the official title.
And so, could you maybe tell us a little bit about what your podcast is and what will you be sharing in the episodes?
Boy, well, the podcast is about a lot of different things, but basically broken roads and healing souls, I guess, if I were to summarize it. Um, it's about just I've made a lot of really bad decisions in my life because of some abuse and trauma and different things. And so I just thought there's probably a lot of other wounded and hurting people out there who maybe they're making some bad life choices, or they just need to know they're not alone. So I'm hoping that I will share some heartfelt conversations about my own brokenness and my own broken roads, and I hope it will bring some healing and some encouragement to other people who are out there who might just need to know they're not alone.
Mm, sure. Yeah, I'm really excited and looking forward to helping you create this podcast, and very much looking forward to hearing stories. I know I have been editing some of your episodes already, and I heard you talking about Grandpa, which is really cool. So I think it's going to be really amazing opportunity to like learn a little bit more about you as your son, and then also get to share that with the world.
Yeah, it's scary. And we kind of talked about it a little bit before I dove into this endeavor that, you're kind of healing because you're bearing your soul out there, but I think it's important to be vulnerable because we need to be authentic. And there's a lot of hurting people, and it can be really confusing. um I think we went through a season of time where a lot of people felt isolated, and so, how do you move on if you've been really damaged or wounded or hurt? And how do you not stay there? So I think it's good. I'm excited. I'm excited to work on this with you. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited, and I hope people find encouragement, and I hope they stay tuned in, and they grow with me as I learn how to, you know, drive this kind of new adventure with you. And I really hope it makes a difference for somebody. I really do. At the end of the episode, I hope they feel encouraged, and I hope they feel inspired, and if they feel like giving up, I hope they don't because there's always a new day. So
Absolutely. And you mentioned the word grow, and I feel like if you're nervous, it's probably because you're growing and you're getting outside of your comfort zone a little bit. So I'm proud of you for being brave and doing that. And what was going through your head when you decided to message me? Hey, I want to start a podcast.
um, Pretty much what we talked about, that I felt there was a lot of broken people out there. It wasn't really something I necessarily wanted to do. Like I'm like you, I'm kind of on that creative side, I've tampered with writing and different stuff. But for some reason, I believe in the Lord. I believe in God. I feel like He inspired me to reach out, that He wants people to know who He really is, um, who Jesus really is. And I think that there's a lot of churches out there, there's a lot of misinformation. And I think that we walk around thinking God's mad at us all the time and he wants to beat us up. And that's not the truth at all. So I guess that was really what it is I feel like God wanted me to tell people the truth about who he is, and about how much he loves them. And he's not waiting to bump us over the head every day because we mess up. There's a lot of people in the Bible that were really flawed, and we're going to talk about that in these podcasts. Every single person that God did to do miraculous things were all flawed people, and we're spirits, we're spiritual beings. But we're living in this world. So how do you maneuver that? How do you be a spirit person, but yet live in this world? And I think a lot of people know that there's more inside of them. Like you feel like there's got to be more to life than this, and there is, you know. But it's tapping into to your spirit and connecting with God on that level.
Mhm.
But
Well, yeah. I appreciate you coming on here and telling us a little bit about what your podcast is going to be. And we will include a link for the podcast in the description as we get that going. And yeah, thank you again, Mom, aka Diana G, for coming on here.
I love you, and I am super proud of you, and really excited to see what's going to come about in your future, and really really glad we get to kind of do this together. I know it's probably, I don't know, weird for you to help your mom out, but I'm proud of you and I love you. And you have always brought me a lot of joy, even though there were times when I know I was kind of wacky, and you've had to go through a lot of my my brokenness with me. So it'll be interesting to see how you maybe respond to some of the things that I talk about in the podcast. So
Yes, absolutely. And you heard it all. My mom's proud of me, and it's a good feeling. Thank you for saying that. We have plenty more coming up. Thank you for everybody tuning in and stay tuned. We have plenty more coming up.